Oh, hi all. Hope everybody is well. Right, I've had a go this morning at separating out the cocks and the hen birds. It's the first stab I've had at it. I've been keeping an eye on them for a while. Obviously, it's quite a number of them singing, but it's hard to actually find out which one it is, because as soon as you go to it, they move. But what I've done, I've gone on size and colour as a first starter. Obviously, I know there's some known cocks and hens because that's the birds that bred with this year. So I've gone for the ones which are probably not quite as brightly coloured red as the others, and the ones that are slightly smaller. And this is only the first stab at it, and over the next few months right up to Christmas and probably slightly and beyond, I'll be coming in here on a regular basis and taking note of all the birds, see what they're doing, and try and move them around, and obviously select the birds as I go along. Obviously, don't be fooled by sometimes thinking that because a bird's singing it's a cock bird, because at this time of year even the hens will have a go at singing. It's usually only when you come into breeding season that the cocks start to sing with more gusto. They're louder, they sing right from the throat, whereas sometimes the hens will chuckle along still. And also I'll be looking in here, I mean there's good, even though I think a lot of these are hens, you will still have the odd more aggressive hen, which is probably more dominant than the others. So you know, I do look for see how the birds are, who's most dominant. The same with the cock birds. There's going to be one cock bird who is more dominant than the others, but you know, it's just a matter of keeping an eye at this time of year, keeping an eye on them, watching each individual bird, trying to separate them, take note of what coloured ring they've got on, and I've been moving the birds from the top to the bottom cages and backwards and forwards until hopefully by the breeding season next season I've got it right. And that's not always the case. Most breeders will find that they've got it wrong. Cock birds are the thinker cocks, the hens, and vice versa. That's just the fun of keeping birds. Well, as you can see, they're actually all nearly all. The odd one has still got some feathers around the head, which is not molted out yet, but most of them are now fully molted, and they're took up their new colour. And I've reduced the amount of colour food. In fact, there's hardly any in there now, so I won't be putting any more in. I'll give them a rest from it. They've had the odd bird, especially down here, the odd bird, it's the one with the damaged wing, has obviously been sitting down eating more than the rest because it's probably gone almost slightly too red. It's going on the verge of purple, but the rest are fine. It's just the odd bird which seems to have took up more of the carafel than the rest. So yeah, some nice birds. I'm really pleased with the outcome from this year's breeding season. Obviously I won't be keeping all these. Some will move on. I'll only be keeping 4 or 5 pairs, and hopefully I'll be getting a new shed, moving the cages in there slightly larger than this, definitely longer, quite a bit longer, but probably about the same width. But that's been put on hold because I had a fair few family problems this year, and I was hoping to get a new shed by now with the birds all moved in. So, but it wasn't to be, so it might be a project I can do through the winter. I've got my mate that's got a lot of cages. He might be able to move these birds around there while I'm stripping all this out, breaking it down, getting the new bird room in place. So hope everybody else is coming on well. All the birds are fit and healthy. I know a lot of coming into the breeding season. Into the showing season. I have got some show cages, but I won't be showing any birds. And if I was, I wouldn't be keeping them all in flights like this. I will be separating them because there's a lot of feather, if you can see from some of the birds. They've been plucking at each other, bending the tail feathers, dirty tail feathers, and it's not what you want if you're going to obviously exhibit a bird. So I won't be doing that, but who knows, next season I might have a bash at it. See, I probably don't need any more birds to bring in because these are fine. I should just pick the best ones out for breeding, and hopefully I've got enough to make up, so say 3 or 4 pairs. So that's it for now. So see you all later. Bye.